So we need to get up the mountain. Feels like there's gonna be more.
Hardy little plant. You'll help.
If there are more stalkers, you would think they'd be showing up by now with all the trips all the flares we've set off for them.
Stocking up. This one, but I can't get to it. Rubbish. Continue the climb. Do they think they're guarding Gaia?
I doubt they think at all. More like an instinct, gathering them to her grave.
More than equipped to take you on.
I can just sit here and pick them off. It's a lot better than fighting directly. Hello, my darling. Eight shots left. But the fire arrows are even more effective on them than the Ravager guns. search this one. Weird.
Easy to keep.
In comes the snow, huh? The vantage point around here,
The snow's got a bite out here.
way up there, apparently. Whoa! Didn't mean to do that. I see the vantage point's probably up around where that tree is, huh? There's not an easy way to get there? No, probably not. I mean, there probably is. I'm just not going to be able to find it, right? Not with this low of visibility, I'm not. If I go up this way. Not this way. Maybe not this way. It's pointing this way. Haha! Just what I was looking for. Pretty climb. Path. Way. Man, these things are so hard to see and visibility is so low. Oh, of course, the storm humper, you know. As if things weren't hard enough.
Guessing that I'm almost there.
baby. Those weak spots. Worried I'm going to be able to get a couple hits on him. He's trying to stay and stun right there. Good time to tie him down. Stop moving around so much. Pretty good, yes. He had to break his parts off. Part of his parts off. Force his parts off. Tries to get loose. He's like, you win. You've done enough damage to me. I concede. If you're just gonna leave me alone, I guess that's fine. You are almost dead.
Here we go again.
back at me. Wow, hit him. I can't have much life left. I know he doesn't, but look at his life left.
The biggest guard you've got, guys.
All right.
Keep that for later.
Find this vantage point. It appears to be right up there. Right up there, so close. So close it is. Come on. Get up. You can do this. Probably not the way we're supposed to get up, is it? Isn't that a repel point? Yeah. So there's a way up. Oh, I see it. I see it.
Full already.
Apocalypse Shitstorm Tour, Day 10. So here's where I learned how the world would end. My second apocalypse in a year. Looks like there's a lot of construction going on now. Why would that be?
Snow will clear soon. Like breath on the air.
Oh, snow's clearing. Still froggy. Still a lot of clouds. Still lacking visibility. Alright. Well, that's a long way down. I want to be careful here. Why is that repel point in a location where I can't access it by climbing down this? It's a weird spot for it. If I try to drop down to this...
Here. I can look into the past with my focus.
That's what we just did.
Saving these for the trail.
Okie dokie. Whoa, look at that. Look at the light shining through there. That's awesome. Beautiful. The sun's coming out.
I sacrifice. It did this. Cracked the inside of the mountain like it was an egg.
Yes,
I've prepared the way ahead for you.
So you've been in here before.
To a point. You'll see.
As far as he could get, probably. Oh man, this look at this. This looks treacherous. It also kind of reminds me of a little bit of Dark Souls-esque with the way everything's kind of the cliff sides, the danger. You know, like you fall off. Yo, you died. You did. Get good. Man, this game's just beautiful in so many different ways.
You made a climbing
Visually,
path for me, but left an army of
sonically,
machines for me to deal with?
Since when were
Story-wise,
machines any obstacle for you? If you could fly, I wouldn't have bothered with the climbing path either.
Don't look down.
whoa! How did she not grab on there? That was crazy. Expected to say, you died.
You made a climbing path for me, but left an army of machines for me to deal with?
Since when were machines any obstacle for you? If you could fly, I wouldn't have bothered with the climbing path either.
Damn it.
What are you upset about, Aloy? We got this. Not easy, but we got this. Oh, 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 oh. Careful now. Alright. Looks like the entrance. Gaia Prime.
This is exactly the kind of place I expected to find you in, Silence.
Thank you. It's one of many workshops I've constructed over the years. For years, I tried to get through this hatch. I drilled, I burned, I blasted. But we both know that you won't have any trouble getting through.
You make it sound like I should apologize.
Not at all. It never occurred to me that the way through would not be with force, but with a key. A key in human form. The failure of imagination was mine, not yours.
Looks like you've spent a lot of time here.
19 years ago, a great explosion destroyed this mountain. Gaia's death, your birth. The echo could be heard as far as the claim. Ash darkened the skies. How they fretted in meridian as they tried to read this omen. The crater burned for weeks, but when it cooled, I was the first to behold what lay within. Over time, the machines closed ranks to protect it. Useful. Soon, no one dared to come here. Except me.
In her message, Gaia said we could restore her, but after seeing the damage, how could that be?
She said any effort to repair her must come after Hades is destroyed. I concur. Rebuilding the terraforming system now might allow Hades to use it as a weapon.
Yeah.
Because of Gaia's sacrifice, it has been forced to search for means that are less convenient.
But do you think it's even possible to restore Gaia?
You know what the Cauldrons are capable of. How they fabricate any technology necessary to create a machine. By the same principle, it should be possible to replicate every technology necessary to repair Gaia.
Sounds
That would
logical.
take years. And we're counting the time we have left by the hour.
I thought you might actually be here this time. Actually, here.
Why? My presence is unnecessary. You don't need my help to pass through this door.
Yeah, true.
You were the one born to do this, not me.
It's time for me to head in.
Let's go.
Yes. When you find the Master Override, you will gain the power to defeat Hades.
Let's do it.
Everything depends on you.
Alright, let's defeat Hades.
Genetic identity confirmed. Entry authorized. Greetings, Dr. Sobek. You are cleared to proceed.
Let's explore. That's the way we're supposed to go, but there's stuff laying around that we want to pick up, huh? And data points. Yes, audio files.
Logging arrivals. Shen Margo.
Welcome to Frozen Hell. Population 10.
11 counting Gaia.
Don't count your chicken embryos before they incubated, hon. She's still firing up. Be a while before you eat that omelet.
I'm vegan, Travis. You'd think we'd worked in the same secret base long enough for you to notice.
We weren't scheduled to shack up here for another 3 weeks. You realize I just lost 350 kilos of pre-code smug comics in transit.
Wait, actual physical media? Why didn't you have it digitized?
Can't beat the feel of physical media on your fingers. And in here, we ain't gonna be touching a whole lot else. Figured I was gonna pass the time archiving them. What about you?
Me? Work, I guess. My task queue stretches out for like 3 years. There's a lot of sharp edges to round off. After that, I hadn't really thought about it.
Oh, you will. You're what, 30? Reckon you'll be the one turning the lights off at the end.
Find your
footing,
footing.
huh, vegan?
This sucks forever.
Nah, not forever. Just the rest of your life.
All right, let's not die. All right. Guess probably pretty safe from any enemies here. There's probably nothing in here. Probably. Ooh, but now we're back outside, so there might be machines. A repel point, huh? Rappel down. Okay. Oof.
Guess that's my way across.
Woo. That was scurry.
It's, held like this for 19 years, right?
Well,
Don't answer. Glad that's over.
Alright. There might be something else over here. Or not. I like the audio files and stuff like that. It really adds to the getting to know about the past.
Not this way. Maybe further up the shaft.
Adds to the world building, I guess you'd say. Nope, this way. Oh, I need to go up, apparently. Alright. Let's find a way up. Anything over here? Audio files are my favorite. It's
Must have been where they lived.
what's left of it.
What's left of it.
Yeah.
Once this was all enclosed by rock and metal.
They really did a good job with the audio files and stuff. They're really entertaining. Especially Travis Tate. Guy's funny.
Record. I just woke up. I see the numbers, but can't make out the time. I was dreaming of... I was giving a lecture in Q Hall. Maybe it was something more shamanistic. I don't know. An audience of shadowy faces under a blank open sky. I told them the world ended with a bang. A plague of robots. The last humans. We went out, not with a whimper, but a whisper. You know, in caves, ending like we started, huddled around a flickering glow. The heads of state, the Fortune 5s, the leaders, and lottery winners, and life cults, all of them buried in their little shelters. Some believing they'll live it out some way, somehow, or Elysium, or us here at Gaia Prime, no different. A multitude of tiny societies taking hold, flaring, dying. Some will be beautiful, some horrific. None of them matter. Short-term civilizations. One last gasp. One last gasp before the long-held breath. Before I wake up, I know the audience is gone. I'm talking to myself. To a quiet planet, a barren sphere. Just Gaia. And her long, long dreaming. I hope she won't be lonely.
Evacuation happened so fast. No time to think things through. No time for goodbyes. There were lines in the medical ward. I told Tom Paik I'd be with him when he went under. But there was one last shipment of Paradiseidae zygotes I could get processed if I rushed. I'm still angry at him for forcing me to choose. Angry at myself for... Well, he died alone. And I didn't get the bloody birds of paradise saved either. All the time left in the world now to think. Gaia Prime's locks are sealed. Elysium sealed up, safe and sound. A distance of miles, but it might as well be on the other side of the galaxy. All the betas and gammas and support staff living their lives. If I hadn't been an alpha, if things had gone differently, I could have been there. Instead, I'm spending the rest of my unnatural life in here with people I don't even like. And without the one I would have gladly spent my life with. Given a chance. 2 hours since I signed off on the final executables, and I'm already a bitter old man bitching to his focus. There's a thought for future generations.
Wow. Yeah, those audio files are so well done. Props to the game creators for how well, and the voice actors too. Wow.
Elizabeth's room.
Really good.
I know it. She didn't even get a chance to unpack. These are her journals. Elizabeth's journals. And they're all destroyed?
Scan them. The Focus can rebuild them, but the process is slow. To us,
Under repair.
it seems a powerful device, but its engine is tiny and limited.
How slow?
Days, weeks, years. Concern yourself with stopping Hades and extending the future, and you might live long enough to hear them.
Interesting. Okay. Need to get up there. There we go.
Elizabeth. What is this?
What indeed? What indeed? Examine that. I want to just make sure there's nothing else in here to find. then. That's the terminal over here, huh? Oh, yeah, there we go.
This is Charles Ronson. I'm logging this 6 hours after final deployment of Gaia Prime. This morning, an access port seal malfunctioned. Gaia Prime's port seals were designed to close with a seam of less than 2 millimeters. But this one closed with a 10 millimeter gap. Enough for an energy signature to bleed through. Enough for the swarm to detect this facility.
Yikes.
Enough for Gaia to be discovered and destroyed. Enough to end the future we worked so hard to make possible. Unless the hatch servos were manually re-engaged from the outside. I'm now switching to a recording of the event.
Well, I'm not going out there. Not what I signed up for.
Either we send someone out, or all of this was for nothing.
It should be Liz's decision.
So when is she going to get here?
She said 5 minutes. You don't think...
Oh no. Okay, everyone. I've repaired the seal. Gaia?
Seal closure at 1.4 millimeters. Confirmed.
Elizabeth, no. We'll find a way to bring you back in.
It's not gonna happen. The swarm's too close. Really. It's alright. Gaia's complete. She'll take care of things from here on out. That's what she does.
Not like this. There's so much we...
Guys, you know me. I'm no good at endings. At letting things end, so, let's not.
So, happy trails, Liz. And, see you around.
Yeah. Take care of each other, alright?
Liz.
I'm okay with this. I want to go home. Goodbye.
So she sacrificed herself to save Gaia and everyone else.
That was the last transmission of Elizabeth Sobeck. She gave everything for the hope of life on this planet. And we are all in her debt.
What an amazing person.
Hell, Liz. I know you're never gonna hear this. That's not the point. You got to play the savior and the martyr all at once this time. Great work.
It should have been Ted that had to seal the hole. But yeah.
You'd hate it, Liz, but I wrote you a eulogy. I had to try to express all your children. After all Apollo has taught them, they'll think they know everything. But they have to understand what you did for them. How you loved the whole world so much. With an intensity that was dazzling. Bruising. And in the end, it killed you. Or you died for it. Different perspectives. No one could keep up with you, live up to you. I don't know, maybe if I hadn't taken that postdoc in Joburg. I'm glad you shot down the Lightkeeper protocol in the end. I don't think I could have taken seeing another one of you. Not me. Elizabeth Sobeck. There's only one. I miss you.
Look, Liz. You're a pretty stand-up gal. I'm sorry you died. If you had a home to go to, I hope you got there first. But this monument Ronson's made to you? Kinda creepy if you ask me. Rest in peace, Liz. God knows you earned it.
Yeah, indeed. She was a hero, just like Aloy. I mean, they are kind of the same person, but not really. They're just genetically identical.
Aloy?
She's gone. Really gone.
You knew she couldn't have survived, Aloy. And her achievements were beyond exceptional.
While her people bickered, she was the one who took responsibility. The only one who could.
She was better than them.
That's not what I said.
She was. You shouldn't be afraid to admit it.
Let's see. How do we answer this? I don't even know.
Can't you just for one moment stop calculating and let yourself feel?
Yeah, I think that's the best way.
She sacrificed herself for her friends, for the future, for life on Earth. Doesn't that stir anything in you? The generosity of it.
You're trying to invest her decision with something magical. It was a rational choice, not based on sentimentality.
I don't know. I disagree.
You're wrong.
Yeah.
Remember, she knew it wasn't enough for Gaia to think. She taught Gaia to feel. To care, to sacrifice, to believe in life. Enough to fight against hopelessness. If it wasn't for that sentimentality, life would have ended. You and I would never have existed.
Your argument is sound. I'm sorry for your loss.
She said she wanted to go home. Maybe.
What?
Nothing. It's time to go on.
Yep. So, yeah, it was important for Gaia to think and feel, the combination of the two. That's what made Elizabeth Sobek so powerful as well. Not just her ability to think, but to feel as well. And I think Aloy's 100% right what she just said there. You can't have one without the other. All emotion is no good, and all logic is no good. It's the combination of the two that makes people truly powerful, right? Truly interesting as well.
What are we gonna plug into their heads, Les? A whole lot of history? A whole lot of so-called truth? A whole lot of noise? It's not pablum, Les. It's poison.
Also, like the character arc of Ted Faro as well. I mean, he really changes a lot, right? He goes through a lot, and it's all his fault. A lot of this happened, but at the same time, he kind of comes to terms with that and realizes it, right? And hopefully we'll get some more on Ted as well. Learn a little more about what happened to him through all this. And he survived this. Really, like I said, he should have been the one sacrificing himself, not Elizabeth. But she played the hero.
There's another section at the back of the crater. Looks like it survived the blast.
Because it was armored, you found the control room.
I'm on my way.
I've been taking a hard look at the project. In the end, it's simple. It's clean. It's clear. Erasure. Addition. By subtraction. I can make a better list. With a single stroke. Make it all go away.
I really don't like the direction this is going.
Yeah.
Continue.
So yet again, Ted strikes again, right? See the lessons Ted learned from his mistakes. See if they were good ones or bad ones.
When I opened the hatch, the air rushed in from this side.
Because there was none inside the chamber.
But the Alphas were in there.
I'm locked out of core control. Alpha clearance overridden. What the hell is Omega clearance?
Oh no.
Alpha personnel. Sorry to alarm you, but I need you to listen, okay? To what I'm about to say. This isn't easy. See, please, stop trying to access the system, okay? See, what this is about is, I said stop trying to access the goddamn system. What I'm trying to say is, I can't stop thinking about the ones who come after us. Those innocents. Those blameless men and women. We're gonna give them knowledge? Like it's a gift?
Ted. We've talked about this before. Apollo has 3,000 plus fail-safe conditions.
It's not a gift, it's a disease. They're the cure, and we're gonna give them the disease. Our disease? No, we can't. And it's not too late. If we're willing to sacrifice.
Ted, it doesn't need to be like this.
It already is, Samina. I did it 3 minutes ago. I've purged Apollo. It's gone, all of it, every copy.
A sacrifice? It's not a sacrifice, it's cultural obliteration, you crazy bastard! Millennia of culture!
I'm sorry. Really, I am. But sometimes, to protect innocence, innocents have to die.
Emergency.
What a true realist.
Captain Adams.
Why don't you just sacrifice yourself if you're so... Man, what an a-hole. Wow. What an absolute villain. Not only did he screw everything up by creating the machines that destroyed the world, but he also destroyed all the knowledge of the past. Wow, what a hero.
He killed them all.
So this is why. This is why we were trapped in benighted ignorance for an innocent future. Blameless men. He never saw the slaughter and the summering. Everything these people achieved, all the knowledge of the old ones, evaporated, turned to dust, scattered to the void, like the Alphas themselves.
No. Not a void. When the hatch unsealed and scattered their ashes on the wind, it took them out among the world they made. The world we're living in. It's a monument to what they died trying to accomplish.
A monument to oblivion.
Not oblivion, silence. Hope.
But if we can rebuild Gaia, can't we rebuild Apollo? Can't Gaia rebuild Apollo? I wonder if the data is there to be able to do that.
The master override. It's so small.
Now all you have to do is kill Hades with it.
Yep. Let's do it. So you think after all that, Ted would have learned something, you know? And what he took away from it was just, man, so selfish and self-righteous, right? I got quite a bit of sparkers. Don't really need those, do I? We don't need that for sure. Okay. Get rid of some of these. Nice, we don't need those. Which way do we go? Which way do we go? Over here.
Sound good?
Try not to fall to your death. The master override doesn't override gravity.
Yeah.
Keep holding, keep holding.
Oof. That would have hurt. I mean, I'm guessing Ted figured he had to kill them or they would have found a way to repair Apollo, so it must be possible, right? Because there's no real reason to kill the Alpha Council if there wasn't a way to repair Apollo, and that's what he wanted, was to destroy Apollo, which is just... How could anybody come to that conclusion? You have to be an absolute moron, Ted. For all the things you created and invented, you are an absolute moron. See, I was saying I like the character arc of Ted because I think it's pretty realistic. There's people out there that would... There are people that would think the way he thinks. You know what I mean? I know there are people out there like that. That ignorance is somehow equivalent to innocence, which is somehow equivalent to good. Knowledge is power, you know? The misuse of knowledge... Yeah. You know, it's like he's the most guilty, and yet he's... it's just, wow. People that think that way. What is this? Power cell. Heck yeah. I need
Found the power cell.
some more of those.
If I find more, I should be able to get to that ancient armor I found.
Uh-huh. Well, if we could only find more. I'd like to think that all of them are in here somewhere. But probably not, huh? They're not in they're usually in hard to find places like this one. So it's not exactly obvious to go here. Alright, now where do I need to keep going? This way. Go up there, apparently. Gotten a lot more power cells than I got on my first playthrough of the game, but I still would like to know where they are. It'd be nice to find something, maybe a map or something that marked them, but probably not. They're going to be hidden. Hard to find. I'm sure that the armor must be amazing though. It's hard to find as those power cells are. Love to be able to find the power cells on my own, but one day if I can't, I might just have to look up their location. That's why I try to search everywhere for stuff like that.
You're here.
For a moment.
What?
Our journey together has come to an end, Aloy. But before I go, I think I owe it to you to tell you the rest of the story.
Go on.
Some time ago, I admitted that I'd been involved with the Eclipse. But I never told you the full extent of my culpability. The truth is, I was there at the beginning. I found Hades, Aloy, buried on that mountain, trapped in that shattered titan. And I served it.
What?
It promised knowledge and delivered. Such knowledge, you have no idea.
And in exchange?
I helped create the Eclipse. Helped it build a cult, an army to do its will.
Why are you telling me this now?
Because your success depends on knowing this. When I found Hades, the first thing it wanted to know about was the Spire. Not Meridian. The Spire. Now why would that be?
The Spire was created by Gaia.
Which part of Gaia?
Minerva. Its code-breaking module. Gaia built spires to transmit the codes that deactivated the Pharaoh robots, shut down their biomatter conversion systems. Hades wants to send a new transmission. To wake the machines, so they can devour the world all over again.
Yep.
Yes.
Bingo.
Based on what we've learned, that's my conclusion as well.
So the Eclipse. The robots they've resurrected. They're just a means to an end. An army to capture the Spire.
Yes. So Hades can exterminate life all over again. Unless you stop it.
I want you to tell me everything. Hades, the Eclipse. Everything.
It's a long story, Aloy.
Then get started.
It began with a focus. Recovered from an ancient ruin, as yours was so many years ago. In my case, the device was heavily damaged. There was just a flicker of life in it. I spent weeks studying it, attempting repairs, until finally, I succeeded. A whole new dimension of perception revealed, right before my eyes. That's when I detected it. A faint signal. Out there, something was searching, just like I was.
A real kindred spirit.
I followed the signal to its source. A shattered titan, buried in the jungles of the Jewel.
So you thought it was a Titan? An old war machine?
I didn't know what to think. I'd seen such wreckage before. The Grave Horde, for example. But this was different. This was not quite dead. It couldn't speak when I found it, until my repairs gave it a voice. So began an exchange of knowledge. It wanted to know everything about our world, its tribes and machines. But the Spire was always its foremost concern.
What did it want to know about the Spire?
Its precise location, the surrounding geography, who controlled the land. Meanwhile, Hades revealed to me many of the intricacies of ancient technology. It bid me to recover and repair more focuses. Before long, I had a couple dozen up and running.
Enough to equip a small army.
The commanders of one, anyway. I didn't care. I was learning so much. Physics, calculus. You have no idea.
And the Shadow Carja? How did they become involved?
The Carja Civil War was a happy coincidence. A perfect opportunity.
An opportunity? That's what it was to you?
Yes. Overnight, half the tribe was in exile, desperate to win back Holy Meridian. Their religion made them easy to manipulate. All I had to do was present Hades as the buried shadow of their mythology. So yes, it was an opportunity. I arranged for High Priest Bahavas to meet with Hades. Helis was there as well. And so the Eclipse was born. Anything to win back Holy Meridian.
But Hades didn't care about Meridian. And neither did you.
We live in a world of fallen cities and vanished tribes. What were a few more? Besides, I was too busy setting up the cult's focus network to Hades' specifications. A thrilling technical challenge, especially with the alterations I included of my own design.
The ability for you to spy on them.
Yes. I may have been foolish enough to serve Hades, but I was never so foolish that I trusted it. I installed what the ancients used to call a back door in the network. Secret access, empowering me to monitor all activity and communications.
So, like, Silence is pretty amazing, and I believe that he is actually a very redeemable person despite what he's done, right? I think he's trying to make that amends for what he's done, and he wants to destroy Hades as bad as anyone else, you know? So...
What made you turn on Hades? It certainly wasn't your conscience.
Actually, I was troubled the first time I saw the Eclipse raise an ancient war robot with my technology. I questioned Hades about its intentions.
A little late.
Indeed. I'd already outlived my usefulness. When I completed work on the Focus Network, Hades summoned me to receive my reward. The next moment, I heard it broadcast my kill order. I've been a fugitive ever since.
So when did I come into this? Our path together?
When Olin stumbled on you. System threat detected. That got my attention. A kill order against a savage Nora girl? Why would Hades bother with that? But then I saw that this Nora girl was wearing a focus, and bore an uncanny resemblance to a great scientist of the old world. Helis moved quickly. I thought you were dead. But then I detected your focus inside the Nora mountain. The more I observed you, the more convinced I became of your extraordinary nature and usefulness. Through you, I could finally discover the secrets of the Earth. I vowed to do everything I could to ensure your success. The rest, as they used to say, is history.
You've done terrible things, Silence. But you've also done what you could to undo them. I can't say you've balanced the scale, but at least you've tried.
To be clear, Aloy, I would do it all again. A few more safeguards, perhaps, but basically the same.
Really? So much for learning from mistakes.
I've done all I can. From here on out, the rest is up to you. Take my lance. Fit the master override to it, and you have a means of injection.
Then I just need to get close enough to Hades' skull to stab it in?
Exactly.
Oh, no problem. Silence! Where will you go?
Elsewhere. And everywhere. There's so much more to discover before the world ends.
And all this?
I leave it to you, of course. As it turned out, it was yours all along. I was merely trespassing.
Well, I kind of wish he'd stay around and help us a little more, but hey, whatever.
I traveled far to find you. I heard your transmission. It was you, wasn't it?
Entity is not known.
I'm called Silence, and you are. I don't think you'd have called out if it wasn't something you wanted. You called, I responded. Will you tell me your name?
Hades.
You are a creation of the ancients. A war machine?
Divine timeline.
Time? Ah. It is the 13th king of the Carja Sundom's reign. Define Karja. We're getting ahead of ourselves. Were you created by the ancients? I wonder how long you waited here, buried, until I chanced upon you. How long you'd have to wait for another. You're obviously very powerful, but you're not going to get anywhere without me. Titan Flame merely houses intellect. Define Karja. Now that's more like it.
So that's how it all started. Don't think Silence ever had bad intentions. His intentions were just a quest for knowledge. He just wanted to know about what was happening and how things became the way they became. And none of that would have been necessary if Ted hadn't destroyed Apollo. So really the true villain in all this is, yet again, Ted Faro, everybody. Ted Faro. Round of applause for the villain. Oh, the Looming Shadow. Hey, I think that is the last mission in the game, if I'm not mistaken. It's not the last mission we have left.
Task is complete. Yes. The focus network is active, built to your specifications. Check it yourself if you must. I'll wait. But I remind you of the reward you've been withholding. Quantum processing. Data has been compiled. Volume too great for transfer. How inconvenient for me. Come before me. You shall receive your reward. Very well. Healus. Threat detected inside Eclipse.
Speak its name, O Shadow, and it will die.
You will eliminate this one. Silence.
Silence. Yes. A truth whispered at night is seen in the day. He was never one of us. It will be done.
They're coming. Preparations are complete. Ah, Lucent Bahavas.
I have to tell
Behold,
Vaughn that the Eclipse already
as
destroyed.
I promised you.
After what happened with Dervahl,
What
I know he'll defend the
manner
city.
of great machine is
The
this?
Spire.
I've never seen such a thing. Stay! Stay your ground, Karja in shadow.
Incorrect. Bow before the buried shadow.
The buried shadow, I don't understand.
Did Ahriman understand the Glint Hawk that perched upon the Alight?
It speaks scripture.
Ahriman followed the shadow cast from the spire.
To the mesa where Holy Meridian was founded.
You will follow the shadow once more.
I am a righteous man, chosen of the sun. But in times of need, the powers of shadow can accomplish what the sun alone cannot. Will you return to us what is ours, O Shadow of Prophecy?
An army is required. Obey, and Meridian is yours.
Of our obedience you can be certain.
Well, and thus how it all began. Oh, okay. Now how to get out of here? That's a whole nother matter in and of itself. Oh, there's a ladder, of course. Wait, we don't really need to climb all the way down, do we? Okay. Yeah, so we need to get to Meridian and warn Avad, the Sun King, that what is transpiring, right? I'm not exactly sure where the spire is. Is it somewhere in Meridian, near Meridian? I don't think I've ever really understood exactly where the spire is. I'm just pretty sure that this is the final mission of the game. Once you defend this, we can destroy Hades. quest we have left. I would love to find those other power cells. It would be very nice, very handy. I have no idea where they are, of course, or even where to begin looking for them. And the final ancient vessel is here. If we could grab that, then we could head back to Meridian and trade that at the specialty merchants. There was one that traded for ancient vessels, special packages. There's also the hunting grounds we still need to do. All right, just 1 second. I'm going to take a quick break and be right back.